a small nation nestled between golden deserts and turquoise seas, where people live so slowly that even time seems to bow before its peace. Not as loud as Dubai, nor as luxurious as Qatar, Oman exists with an ancient beauty, proud, serene, and quietly dignified. In this land, everything that seems contradictory coexists: gold and sand, luxury and simplicity, the old and the modern. The Omani people drink Mountain Dew instead of wine, wear silver-inlaid daggers as symbols of loyalty and honor, and still believe that the smoke of frankincense can drive away evil spirits. Yet behind this calm surface lies a society woven with fine threads of faith, honor, and law. A country where crime is almost non-existent, where women hide their faces behind burqas, and where camels can be worth as much as supercars. This is not just real life in Oman. It is a journey into one of the most mysterious and morally bound nations, and paradoxically, the one some call the most sinful country in the Arab world. Number 1. The Said Dynasty. 300 years of rule and the secret of Oman's power. Amid a turbulent Middle East, Oman stands like an ancient fortress that has withstood the sandstorms of history. While many neighboring nations have witnessed coups, civil wars, or rapid regime changes, Oman's Said Dynasty has endured for nearly 3 centuries, from 1744 to the present, without ever collapsing. The founder of this dynasty was Imam Ahmad bin Said al-Busaidi, a leader who rose from humble beginnings, once serving as a minor official in Sohar. His integrity and exceptional leadership brought him to the pinnacle of power. From that moment, the Al-Said family not only maintained the throne, but built a system of governance rooted in respect and trust, rather than fear and oppression. If one name were to symbolize modern Oman, it would undoubtedly be Sultan Qaboos bin Said. He ruled for 50 years, half a century that transformed the nation. When he ascended the throne in 1970, Oman was a remote, impoverished land with only a few thousand students and almost no paved roads. Yet within decades, Qaboos turned it into a country with modern infrastructure, free education, and comprehensive social welfare for all citizens. What truly set him apart, however, was not wealth, but the way he ruled, with the calm wisdom of a father. Qaboos used power not to suppress, but to balance. He understood that in an Arab society deeply shaped by religion and tribal structures, change must come slowly but steadily, like the desert wind weaving through layers of sand. Remarkably, Oman has never tried to imitate its noisy neighbors. There are no races to build the tallest skyscrapers, no extravagant festivals, no flashy displays of wealth. Instead, Oman has chosen stability as its armor. Beneath this serenity, however, royal power is woven from invisible threads: laws, traditions, and unwavering loyalty. The people love their sultan, yet they understand that every change must pass through the gates of the royal palace in Muscat. It is an unwritten order, a social contract between the ruler and the ruled. The longevity of the Al-Said dynasty is no coincidence. It has survived by following one golden principle: avoid conflict at all costs. Oman does not wage wars, meddle in regional politics, or allow itself to be swept into the power struggles of greater nations. While others seek attention through noise, Oman chooses silence to endure. Today, as you walk along Muscat's spotless streets, you can still see Sultan Qaboos's image everywhere, on banknotes, in schools, and in the hearts of his people. He was not merely a king, but the soul of the nation, the architect of a quiet prosperity that astonishes the world. Someone once said, "In the Middle East, Oman is a miracle, where power does not create fear, but builds trust. And perhaps that is what makes this small country so different. While the world changes through violence, Oman moves forward through stability and loyalty, a power that never needs to show itself, yet commands the respect of all who encounter it. Number 2. Mountain Dew. When a soft drink became Oman's national alcohol. In the Arab world, where religious belief shapes the very ways people eat, drink, and live, even the smallest details can reveal much about a nation's identity. In Oman, the story of Mountain Dew, a soft drink known worldwide, has become such a striking cultural symbol that locals fondly call it the alcohol of Oman. At first, this may sound amusing, but behind it lies a profound metaphor for adaptation. Because Islamic law prohibits alcohol, Omani society has virtually no beer, wine, or cocktails, staples of Western culture. Instead of feeling deprived, Omanis created their own form of celebration. A cold bottle of Mountain Dew can spark the same thrill as a European uncorking a bottle of wine. At family gatherings and festivals, bright lemon-yellow bottles of Mountain Dew are neatly arranged on tables, sometimes poured into glass cups with ceremonial care. The tangy sweetness and sharp fizz give people a sense of liberation, yet it is a liberation within the bounds of faith. One Muscat local once said, "Here, we don't need to get drunk to be happy. We just need a little sour taste of dew and laughter around the table." It sounds simple, but it reflects the Omani spirit, the ability to find contentment within limits and joy in life's smallest pleasures. Mountain Dew's dominance in Oman was not the result of massive advertising, but a spontaneous harmony between a brand and a culture. Coca-Cola once tried to conquer the Omani market, but it failed to break a habit that had become almost sacred. In every small eatery, from the capital Muscat to the mountains of Dhofar, Mountain Dew stands proudly as part of the local identity. In Oman, it's common to see groups of young men sitting along the Mutra coastline, grilling fish and raising cans of dew. It's not merely a drink, it's a social emblem of youth and modernity within moral boundaries. Yet beneath that cheerful image lies something more thought-provoking. In a society where entertainment and emotional expression are limited, even harmless substitutes like Mountain Dew can become the only outlet for joy. It reveals a universal truth, that people will always find a way to feel free, even within the strictest confines. Oman may have no bars and no nightclubs, but in street corners, the pop of a dew can opening is enough to create the atmosphere of a lawful celebration. The way Omanis drink it, gently yet passionately, proves that happiness doesn't need intoxication. It comes from feeling alive, from belonging, from sharing simple moments together. Ironically, while the Western world fears sugar and caffeine, in Oman, this sugary drink has become a symbol of order and faith, a kind of alcohol that doesn't cause loss of control, but instead provides comfort within the boundaries of belief. Perhaps it is this sense of just enough that keeps Omani society so stable. Because here, people don't drink to forget. They drink to remember that they live in a land that honors its laws, yet remains gentle enough to enjoy happiness in its own quiet, distinctive way. Number 3. Frankincense, when an ancient scent became the soul of Oman. If there were one fragrance that could define the soul of Oman, it would undoubtedly be frankincense. The legendary resin once offered to kings, and even mentioned in the Bible itself, when the 3 wise men brought gold, frankincense, and myrrh to honor the newborn Christ. Among those sacred gifts, it was frankincense that came from the land of Oman. Thousands of years ago, Oman was known as the land of frankincense, not by coincidence, but by the grace of its geography and climate. The southern Dhofar region provides the perfect conditions for the Boswellia sacra tree, a species found nowhere else on Earth. When its bark is gently cut, clear sap oozes out and hardens into translucent aromatic crystals. The Omanis call it the white gold of the desert. What is fascinating is that in Oman, frankincense is not merely a commodity, it is a living ritual. In every traditional home, one can find a clay incense burner, known as a mabkara, always ready to release its silvery smoke. When guests arrive, the host burns frankincense to welcome them with fragrance. When guests depart, it is burned again, as a prayer for peace and protection. Here, scent becomes language, a symbol of respect, and an expression of faith. The belief that incense smoke carries the human soul closer to God. Walking through the ancient Souq al-Haffa in Salalah feels like stepping into another world. The air thick with aromatic smoke, the calls of merchants echoing between old earthen walls. Vendors open sacks filled with ivory yellow resin, glinting with amber hues. They invite you to inhale the scent, and if you nod in approval, they light a small burner so the curling smoke wraps around you like a ritual of purification. Frankincense in Oman is not just perfume, it tells stories. It tells of ancient caravans crossing the vast Rub al-Khali desert, trading incense for gold and silk. It tells of the age when Oman was a maritime power, with dhows laden with frankincense docking in India and Egypt. And today, it tells of a people who preserve the fragrance of their past within the breath of their present. In traditional medicine, Omanis believe that frankincense smoke wards off evil spirits, heals wounds, and calms the mind. Spiritually, it is used in prayers, weddings, and funerals, a sacred companion from birth to the final return to dust. Omani women have their own ritual with frankincense. They sit by the mabkara, letting the smoke seep into their hair and clothes. The scent is not only alluring, but also symbolizes purity and devotion. In many families, mothers teach their daughters how to choose the finest resin and how to burn it so the smoke rises evenly, a lesson passed down like sacred wisdom. Even today, in a world saturated with modern perfumes, frankincense remains Oman's most sacred scent. Luxury perfume houses like Amouage, the country's pride, continue to use Omani frankincense as the soul of their creations, with each bottle selling for hundreds of dollars. There is something remarkable about Oman. It does not need to be loud to show its wealth. Simply walk past an Omani home and breathe in a wisp of frankincense smoke. You will understand that their elegance lies not in gold or jewels, but in the fragrance that lingers in the air. Frankincense is Oman, and Oman is frankincense, a scent both sacred and earthly, simple yet regal. It is the bridge between heaven and earth, between past and present, a fragrance that allows this nation, even in the 21st century, to keep alive the soul that has endured for thousands of years. Number 4. Women of Oman. The mysterious figures behind the Burqa mask. If Omani men are recognized by the Khanjar dagger worn at their waist, a symbol of courage and honor, then Omani women are identified by their silent, dignified, and mysterious Burqa mask. In this land where faith and tradition intertwine, the image of a woman concealing half her face beneath a thin layer of cloth or metal is not just a sign of modesty, but a mark of cultural pride. The Omani burqa is unlike the full-body veils seen in other Arab nations. It typically covers only the nose and forehead, leaving the eyes visible, the only part of the body permitted to express emotion. And it is through those eyes, glimmering beneath the desert sun, that 1,000 unspoken stories are told. Of strength, resilience, and a quiet beauty few outsiders can truly touch. Each region of Oman has its own distinct burqa design, with unique shapes and patterns. In coastal areas, the masks are made of shimmering fabric that reflects sunlight, both for beauty and protection from the sea breeze. In the mountains, women wear masks of thin metal, more durable and imbued with a haunting allure, like silent warriors of the desert. Today, younger generations may not wear the burqa daily, but they still don it during weddings, Oud, and religious festivals, as a tribute to their ancestors and a preservation of identity. Yet the burqa is only one part of the world of Omani women. Beneath the fabric lies a rich tapestry of rituals and customs revolving around beauty, purity, and dignity. One such ritual is bukur, the art of bathing in incense smoke. Before weddings or special occasions, women sit beside a mabkhara, incense burner, allowing the aromatic smoke of frankincense to envelop their hair, clothes, and skin. This fragrance is not merely for adornment. It is a form of spiritual cleansing, a way to feel nearer to God. Then there is the art of henna, a silent language of celebration. In Oman, henna is not reserved only for brides. It appears in all joyous occasions, childbirth, religious feasts, and welcoming guests. Each swirl and motif carries meaning. Flowers symbolize fertility, phoenixes stand for hope, and spirals represent the eternal cycle of life. What surprises many outsiders is that within this seemingly conservative society, Omani women hold a remarkably respected status. They are educated, they work in government, they vote, and some even serve as ambassadors, achievements still rare in much of the Arab world. This equality was not won through loud revolution, but through quiet persistence, intelligence, and grace. Thus, the burqa is not merely a symbol of concealment. It is a shield that guards identity and embodies the subtle power of Omani womanhood. These women do not need to reveal themselves to prove their worth. They understand that true strength lies in serenity, in the ability to protect what is sacred, and in commanding respect through mystery rather than exposure. Wander through the old Souqs of Nizwa or Muscat, and you might catch the gaze of a woman behind a golden veil. Her eyes will not shy away, nor will they seem cold. They are the eyes of someone who knows her place in this world and holds it with quiet confidence. In Oman, beauty does not shout, it whispers. It hides in poise, restraint, and self-awareness. And perhaps that is what makes the women of Oman unforgettable. They are the embodiment of a culture both ancient and modern, veiled yet radiant, a living paradox of silence and splendor. Number 5. Zanith, the strange and mysterious third gender in Omani society. If Oman is known as a conservative nation, where Sharia law and religious tradition are held in the highest regard, then the existence of the Zanith is something that astonishes the world. In a society thought to be closed to the idea of gender fluidity, the Omanis quietly acknowledge a third gender, neither fully male nor fully female. The term Zanith, or Zanith, dates back hundreds of years and refers to men who display feminine mannerisms and appearances, yet are not considered immoral or deviant. They are living proof of Oman's ability to balance faith with humanity, rules with compassion, and belief with understanding. In Omani culture, gender is not determined solely by biology, but also by social role and behavior. A man is regarded as male when he takes the dominant role in relationships, while a Zanith, typically taking the passive role, is seen as occupying an intermediate gender category. Though such a concept may sound peculiar to outsiders, it has allowed Oman to accommodate difference without rebellion or disruption. Zaniths are easily recognizable by their attire. They do not wear the traditional white dishdasha of Omani men, nor do they don the colorful dresses of women. Instead, they choose pastel-colored robes, wear shoulder-length hair, speak with soft voices, and carry gentle expressions. In the marketplace or at a cafe, they are treated with normal courtesy, neither mocked nor shunned. What is remarkable is that in a nation where religious law remains deeply rooted, the Zaniths have found a quiet space of coexistence. They are neither publicly celebrated nor punished. They exist in peace, walking the line between male and female, between acceptance and silence, a kind of humanitarian gray zone that only a truly mature society can sustain. Anthropologists who have studied Oman often remark, the Zanith are proof that in a religious society, humanity can rise above dogma. And perhaps that is what sets Oman apart from its neighbors, the ability to practice faith without losing empathy. The Zanith are not merely symbols of difference, they are reflections of how Oman perceives human worth, not by appearance, but by virtue and conduct. As long as they live honestly, work diligently, and respect the community, they are accepted like anyone else. In the old markets of Muscat, some Zaniths work as tailors, fabric sellers, or even bridal makeup artists. They are keepers of beauty, their delicate hands trusted by many Omani women. Though their lives remain bound by unspoken limits, they endure with composure, living truthfully without confrontation. What is most thought-provoking is the Omani sense of quiet tolerance. They do not rewrite their laws to appear progressive. They simply know when silence is the wiser choice for peace. In a world obsessed with judgment and labels, such silence can be the purest form of kindness. Perhaps that is why, in the narrow alleys of Nizwa, one can still glimpse a Zanith passing by, graceful, calm, and entirely at ease. They live as living proof that in Oman, religion is not a barrier to humanity, but a framework for mutual respect. And in a society where honor and faith are sacred pillars, the existence of the Zanith stands as evidence that Oman understands the human heart more profoundly than many so-called modern nations. Here, people choose compassion over condemnation, and that perhaps is the highest form of morality. Number 6. Khanjar, the curved dagger of honor and the symbol of Omani power. Amid the pristine white robes of Omani men, there is one small detail so deeply symbolic that it has become the very soul of the nation's identity. The Khanjar. A curved dagger with a silver inlaid handle, worn proudly at the waist, it is not merely a weapon but a timeless emblem of honor, loyalty, and dignity. The Khanjar can be seen as the heart of an Omani man. At weddings, the groom wears it as a vow to protect his family. At national ceremonies, men wear it as a pledge of loyalty to their country. Even at funerals, the dagger appears as a symbol of enduring pride, a reminder that while the man may pass, his honor remains. In form, the Khanjar is a work of art. Its handle, often carved from silver or ivory, and its gracefully curved blade symbolize strength through gentleness, a virtue the Omanis hold sacred. The sheath is wrapped in leather and overlaid with silver, sometimes gilded or engraved with intricate patterns. Every Khanjar is a personal heirloom, passed down from father to son with a sacred message. Guard your honor, for it is the one thing you cannot reclaim once lost. Historically, the Khanjar was a true weapon, used in war, hunting, and self-defense amid the harsh desert. But as peace became the foundation of Oman's identity, the dagger was disarmed and transformed into a spiritual symbol. Omanis no longer carry it to fight. They wear it to remember, to honor their ancestors' courage and their nation's code of chivalry. What makes the Khanjar unique is its omnipresence. It appears on the national flag, the coat of arms, currency, and even government seals. No other Arab nation places a weapon at the heart of its national emblem, yet in Oman, that weapon conveys peace. For Omanis, the Khanjar does not represent violence. It represents protection and responsibility. Few people realize that Khanjar making is an ancient craft recognized by UNESCO as part of Oman's intangible cultural heritage. In Nizwa, the old capital of Oman, artisans have devoted 3 or 4 generations to perfecting this art. Each dagger can take weeks, even months, to complete. The craftsman does not merely forge metal. He forges his spirit into every curve of the blade. In the old Souqs, Khanjars are often displayed as luxurious souvenirs for travelers. But for Omanis, not everyone has the right to wear one. In many regions, only adult men who are married, respected in the community, or have served their country are permitted to wear the Khanjar as part of formal attire. This reflects a profound philosophy. Honor is not something you can wear. It is something you must earn. When you see an Omani man in his immaculate white robe, a gleaming silver dagger at his waist, you sense a perfect balance, strength tempered by serenity. He does not need to wield his weapon to command respect. The way he carries it already speaks of power restrained by wisdom. One Omani proverb says, "If the soul of Oman had a shape, it would curve like the Khanjar." And indeed, that curve mirrors the Omani way of life, not rigid, not extreme, but flowing like sand and wind, gentle, graceful, and unyielding. Number 7. Amouage, the world's most luxurious fragrance and the pride of Oman. In a world where everything can be replicated, from designer handbags to high-end perfumes, there remains one scent that defies imitation: Amouage. The spiritual child of Oman's royal family and the nation's most exquisite symbol of pride. Founded in the early 1980s under the vision of Sultan Qaboos bin Said, Amouage was never intended as a mere commercial brand, but as a cultural mission to revive the ancient Arabian art of perfumery that once drew Western traders across the desert in search of a few drops of sacred oil. Sultan Qaboos wanted to create something that would remind the world of Oman, not through oil and wealth, but through scent, the invisible soul of his nation. Each Amouage bottle is a masterpiece, a treasure in crystal form. The bottle's design draws inspiration from the grand dome of the Sultan Qaboos Grand Mosque in Muscat, while the cap mirrors the shape of the Khanjar, Oman's iconic curved dagger, a symbol of honor and masculinity. The design alone speaks volumes: luxury without ostentation, tradition wrapped in timeless elegance. What makes Amouage legendary lies in its ingredients. Every note is drawn from the rarest natural materials on earth: frankincense from Dhofar, Taif rose from Saudi Arabia, myrrh from Somalia, and natural musk from the Himalayas. Each bottle captures a symphony of desert winds, ocean mist, and sacred incense, the very essence of Oman itself. Locals proudly say, "When you wear Amouage, the room remembers you before you arrive." It's more than a compliment. It's a poetic truth about the power of a scent that transcends luxury to become identity. Unlike Western luxury brands built on advertising, Amouage has taken a quieter path, one of grace and mystery. Its fame spread not through noise, but through reverence. From Paris and London to Tokyo and Dubai, every Amouage boutique feels more like a small museum than a store. Visitors come not only to buy perfume, but to experience Oman's heritage, to hear stories of Dhow ships crossing the seas with frankincense, to breathe in the aroma of a nation that has preserved its ancient spirit through scent. A 100 ml bottle of Amouage costs nearly $800 USD, not merely because of rarity, but because each fragrance is composed like a work of art. Renowned perfumers such as Guy Robert and Christopher Chong have described crafting an Amouage scent as writing music with smoke and memory. Amouage does not follow trends. It defines what true luxury means. It is not for the masses, but for those who understand that real opulence lies not in price, but in depth of emotion. To wear Amouage is to wear history, artistry, and the quiet confidence of a nation that needs no validation. For the people of Oman, Amouage is how the world feels their country without ever seeing it. The fragrance does not shout, it whispers, lingering like incense smoke in the air, slow, steady, unforgettable. In an era where everything can be replaced, Amouage stands as a reminder that some values endure only through reverence and fidelity to one's roots. It is more than a perfume. It is Oman's declaration to the world. We do not need to speak loudly to be known. We let our scent tell our story. And perhaps that is the spirit of Oman itself, a small, quiet land that never seeks attention, yet leaves an indelible mark on every sense it touches. Number 8. Camels and the pride of the desert. When a camel is worth as much as a Ferrari. In most countries, the camel is a symbol of hardship, of weary caravans trudging across endless dunes. But in Oman, this creature has risen to a far more noble status, a symbol of honor, pride, and even luxury. Here, some camels are worth as much as a Ferrari, and that is no metaphor. In Oman, camels are not simply livestock, they are a living heritage. In the past, they were the vehicles of the desert, carrying goods, water, and hope across the arid wilderness. Long before oil flowed beneath Omani soil, it was the footsteps of camels that connected the nation to the rest of the world. Today, even though cars have replaced them as a means of transport, Omanis still hold camels in deep reverence. They are treated like royal treasures, fed with honey, dates, and fresh milk. Some families even hire specialized camel trainers, paid handsomely to perfect each animal's stride and temperament. Camel racing in Oman is not just a sport, it is a ritual of prestige. Every season, thousands gather in the deserts of Burqa, Adam, and Salalah to witness these dancers of the sands compete. Each camel is equipped with GPS trackers and heart rate monitors, their diets meticulously managed like Olympic athletes. Some are valued at millions of dollars, and victory brings not only wealth, but enduring fame across tribes and regions. One fascinating detail: the riders in these races are not humans, but robots. Small, lightweight jockeys controlled remotely have replaced child riders of the past, a reflection of Oman's remarkable ability to honor tradition while embracing technology. Yet beyond the extravagance lies something far deeper, a spiritual bond between Omanis and their camels. To them, the camel represents loyalty, endurance, and survival against all odds. It is a mirror of the Omani spirit, steadfast, patient, quiet, and dignified. As the sun sets over the Wahiba sands, caravans of camels move slowly through the crimson desert. The gentle clinking of bells tied to their necks echoes like a hymn of history. Each step is measured and graceful, exuding the quiet confidence of a creature that knows its worth. They are, in essence, the embodiment of Oman itself, unhurried, unpretentious, yet profoundly strong. A wealthy sheikh from Salalah was once asked, "Why would you spend $1 million on a camel?" He smiled and replied, "Because a Ferrari can take me across roads, but a camel can take me across life." What sounds like a poetic whim is, in truth, the essence of the Omani philosophy. Everything has a soul, and true value lies in connection, not appearance. From the sleek streets of Muscat to the endless sands of Dhofar, the image of the camel remains a living emblem of national pride. Omanis believe that without the camel, their country would not be what it is today. And perhaps in the deep, dark eyes of this majestic animal, one can glimpse the very soul of Oman, calm, enduring, loyal, and noble. Number 9. UNESCO World Heritage, where Oman's history is carved into stone and sand. In Oman, time does not merely pass, it leaves traces. Amid burning deserts and silent valleys, the remnants of a civilization endure, whispering stories through wind and dust. Here, history is not written on paper but etched into stone, preserved by faith and perseverance, so profoundly that UNESCO has recognized Oman as one of the oldest and most refined Arab civilizations still alive today. The country's 4 UNESCO World Heritage Sites are not just archaeological landmarks. They are stories carved by hand, by endurance, and by devotion. The first is Bala Fort, a colossal fortress of sun-dried clay rising from the desert like a red brick dream. Built in the 13th century by the Banu Nabhan tribe, once rulers of central Oman, Bala's 12 kilometers of walls, towering watchtowers, and spiral staircases are not just feats of architecture. They are symbols of the Omani spirit, steadfast, grounded, and quietly majestic amid the harsh emptiness. Stepping through Bahla's heavy wooden gates feels like crossing a threshold in time. Cracked mud walls glow under filtered sunlight. The faint whistle of wind against clay fills the air. Every crevice and shadow seems to hum with ancestral memory, as though each grain of sand carries the echo of 1,000 years. Then there are the archaeological sites of Bat, Al-Kutum, and Al-Ain, home to the mysterious beehive tombs, stone structures more than 4,000 years old. From above, they appear as circular patterns scattered across the barren landscape, silent yet powerful. Archaeologists believe they mark one of the most prosperous ancient trading cultures of the Arabian Peninsula, a civilization that connected Mesopotamia and the Indian Ocean. Each tomb stands as a symbol of faith in the continuity of the soul beyond death. Not far away lies one of humanity's most ingenious creations, the Amouage irrigation system. Dating back to the 5th century CE, it consists of underground channels that carry water from the mountains to the plains, stretching for tens of kilometers. Without machines or modern engineering, Omanis mastered the art of commanding water, a resource more precious than gold, using only mathematics, geology, and patience. For more than a millennium, these channels have continued to flow, sustaining green oases amid the burning desert. And finally, there is the land of Frankincense in the southern region of Dhofar, the birthplace of the resin once worth more than gold. From the ancient ports of Khor Rori and Al-Balid, Omani frankincense traveled to Rome, Egypt, India, and China. Though these ports now lie in ruins, the air still carries the faint aroma of memory, as if the past itself refuses to fade. Seen from afar, these heritage sites may seem like mere sand, clay, and stone, but when you stand before them, you realize they form a vast epic, the story of a people who turned isolation into identity and adversity into artistry. In UNESCO's official citation, one line stands out. Oman does not only preserve its own history, it preserves the memory of the entire Arab civilization. And perhaps that is why, when you stand within the shadows of Bala Fort, or beside the flowing waters of an ancient Amouage, you feel something extraordinary. The silence here is not empty. It is the voice of time itself, speaking softly through the wind. Number 10. A nation with almost no crime, The secret of Oman's peaceful morality in a chaotic world. In a world flooded daily with news of theft, violence, and terrorism, Oman stands as a rare exception. Here, you can leave your phone in a cafe, forget your wallet in a taxi, or even sleep with your front door unlocked. And by morning, everything will still be there. Many travelers have called Oman the last safe oasis of the Middle East. But how is this small country, surrounded by regions fraught with instability, managed to maintain an almost zero crime rate for decades? The answer does not lie in fortified prisons or an overwhelming police presence. It lies in the collective conscience of its people. From a young age, Omani children are taught that wrongdoing is not merely an illegal act, but a stain on family honor. In tribal culture, to lose one's honor is to lose everything. A single misdeed brings shame, not only to the individual, but to the entire lineage. This deep-seated fear of dishonor acts as an invisible prison, more effective than any written law. At the same time, Islam in Oman is preserved not through coercion, but through respect. Faith here is not wielded as a political tool. It is a moral compass. Each morning, the call to prayer that rises from the mosques is not a warning, but a gentle reminder to live with decency, to act with restraint. This quiet spirituality seeps into everyday life. Shopkeepers are honest with their prices. Taxi drivers return excess change, and strangers offer help to one another on the streets. Of course, Oman's legal system still functions, firm yet fair. Serious crimes such as theft, fraud, or assault are dealt with swiftly and decisively. But unlike many places where justice focuses on punishment, Oman emphasizes reconciliation and restoration. When disputes arise, parties are often encouraged to meet face-to-face under the guidance of village elders or religious leaders, seeking forgiveness rather than vengeance. Here, justice is inseparable from compassion. One key element behind Oman's safety is its strong sense of community. In small towns, everyone knows one another. Every act has witnesses. A stranger passing through draws attention, not out of suspicion, but of friendly curiosity. This closeness forms a natural surveillance network, one based on care, not control. Foreign workers and expatriates often remark, "Oman is not only safe, it makes you feel respected." That is because safety here does not come from fear, but from mutual trust. People believe in one another, and that belief creates order. Oman's tranquility also stems from its political neutrality. While neighboring countries have been entangled in sectarian or power conflicts, Oman has chosen a different path, one of balance, tolerance, and inward development. The nation's foreign policy avoids confrontation, focusing instead on harmony and cultural preservation. The result is a stable social atmosphere, free from division, extremism, or foreign manipulation. All these elements combine to create a truth that sounds almost mythical. Oman is one of the safest nations on earth. Peace here is not a luxury. It is a way of life. And when you walk through Muscat at night, hearing the soft rhythm of the waves, watching locals sipping coffee under warm golden lights, you begin to understand. Oman's peace does not come from authority or fear. It flows from the hearts of people who know contentment, who trust in one another, and who have learned the quiet strength of living kindly. Number 11. The Oasis of Peace, when Oman became the most neutral and humane nation in the Middle East. Amid a Middle East constantly shaken by wars, sectarian conflicts, and endless power struggles, Oman stands as an oasis of peace, a small but steadfast nation, humble yet resolute. While its neighbors rely on military alliances or fortified borders to maintain stability, Oman's foundation is much simpler, neutrality, and humanity. Oman's foreign policy has long been described as the art of walking between lines. It aligns with neither East nor West. It does not follow the Arab bloc nor challenge the West. Instead, it assumes the role of a listener, a mediator. Many of the region's most sensitive negotiations, from the Yemen conflict to Iran's nuclear talks, have quietly unfolded in Muscat's serene meeting rooms, where the scent of frankincense and the sound of ocean waves replace gunfire and threats. Omanis call this philosophy siyasat al-samt, the politics of silence. There are no loud declarations, no shows of force, only calm action. In a chaotic world, silence can be the greatest strength. And it is precisely this composure that has allowed Oman to remain peaceful for decades, while turmoil repeatedly engulfed those around it. This neutrality is not weakness, it is wisdom. For to remain still in a storm requires strength, independence, and confidence in one's values. Oman has never needed to flaunt its military power because it understands a simple truth. True strength lies in avoiding war, not waging it. While other Middle Eastern nations build their reputation through grandeur, tallest skyscrapers, largest airports, strongest armies, Oman builds its legacy through trust. In the eyes of diplomats, Muscat is the capital of balance. An Omani envoy can meet with Iranians in the morning, Americans in the afternoon, and still maintain the respect of both. Oman's humanity extends beyond politics. It is also one of the few Muslim nations where religious tolerance is not only allowed, but cherished. In Muscat, churches and mosques stand side by side in quiet harmony. Christians, Hindus, and Sikhs freely practice their faiths. The government does not see religious diversity as a threat, but as proof of a mature nation, one that respects difference as a form of dignity. What is remarkable is that Oman has achieved all of this without self-promotion. It hosts no grand summits to boast of its diplomacy, no global campaigns to brand itself as a peace paradise. It simply lives that reality, day after day, until peace becomes second nature. Standing by the shores of Kurum Beach, watching the sun sink behind the domes of a mosque, one understands why Oman is called the land of stillness. Here, peace is not just a policy. It is a way of life, an instinct, a faith. Perhaps that is why many political scholars say, if the world had more countries like Oman, there would be no reason for war. It sounds poetic, yet it rings profoundly true. Oman has proven that power is not measured by how loud one speaks, but by how calmly one can keep their voice amid the world's noise. In an increasingly polarized world, where nations rush to take sides, Oman has chosen humanity. And in that choice, it has found what the rest of humanity still seeks, a peace that needs no blood to sustain it. Number 12. Kawa coffee, the sacred ritual of Omani hospitality. In Oman, coffee is not merely a beverage, it is a sacred ritual of hospitality. If frankincense is the fragrance of the land, then Kawa, or kahwa, is the flavor of the Omani soul. Each cup is not brewed to awaken the body, but to open the heart, to say, "You are welcome here." From the humble homes of the Wahiba Sands to the royal palaces of Muscat, the ritual of serving Kawa follows a graceful tradition passed down through generations. The host carefully pours the golden liquid into a long, spouted copper pot called a dala, then serves it in small, handleless cups known as finjan. Each guest receives exactly 3 pours, no fewer, no more. When finished, the guest gently shakes the cup, signaling they have had enough, a silent gesture of respect and understanding. Omani Kawa is unlike Western coffee. It carries no bitter darkness, no milk or sugar. Instead, it gleams with the soft golden hue of saffron, perfumed with cardamom, cloves, and sometimes rosewater. Its purpose is not to energize, but to harmonize, to calm the soul and spark conversation. And it is never drunk alone. In Oman, coffee only has meaning when it is shared. Each cup is paired with sweet dates, a symbol of life's perfect balance, bitterness entwined with sweetness, warmth softened by tenderness. Sip the coffee, taste a date, and you will understand the Omani philosophy of life, that existence itself is a delicate blend of hardship and grace. One of the most beautiful aspects of Omani Kawa is its equality. Whether a noble sheikh or a humble laborer, every host offers coffee to a guest. It is the most democratic act in Omani culture, for before a cup of Kawa, everyone is equal, everyone is a guest of God. In rural towns like Nizwa or Sur, the Kawa ritual often stretches for hours. People gather to discuss crops, weddings, politics, or simply to listen to one another. In a world addicted to screens and noise, Kawa remains a sanctuary of presence, a space where people face each other, look into each other's eyes, and speak with sincerity. For Omanis, to refuse Kawa is a gentle offense. No one will force you, but a refusal is often seen as a rejection of friendship itself. Thus, even if you are unaccustomed to the spiced flavor, one small sip is enough, and that single gesture will earn you a warm, grateful smile. Many call Kawa Oman's diplomacy in a cup. Indeed, countless negotiations, from trade agreements to political reconciliations, have begun over a steaming pot of fragrant coffee. Omanis believe that while waiting for the Kawa to cool, tempers cool as well, and peace draws nearer. In families, too, when tensions arise, elders often say, "Sit down, let's drink Kawa first." They know that only when hearts soften in the warmth of coffee can understanding begin. And so, Kawa transcends the role of a drink. It becomes an invisible bridge, connecting person to person, tribe to tribe, and Oman to the world. If one day you are invited into an Omani home, and your host pours you a shimmering cup of golden Kawa, remember, you are not just drinking coffee. You are partaking in a ritual thousands of years old, where every drop carries faith, peace, and the very soul of this remarkable land. Number 13. The ancient wooden doors of Oman, where every carved line tells a nation's story. In Oman, every home, every old quarter seems to have a soul, and that soul is preserved in its wooden doors, not in gold or jewels, but in the intricately hand-carved doors that have stood for centuries in quiet dignity, guarding the stories of generations gone by. In Omani culture, a door is far more than a barrier between spaces. It is a symbol of honor, faith, and identity. Walking through the old towns of Muscat, Nizwa, or Sur, you'll encounter hundreds of doors, some darkened by age, some still tinted with traces of red paint, yet all adorned with carvings so elaborate they seem to breathe with history. Omani artisans do not merely build doors, they tell stories in wood. Each panel bears hundreds of hand-etched patterns, lotus flowers, ocean waves, stars, and above all, flowing Arabic calligraphy, verses from the Quran, gracefully winding across the surface. Every mark carries a blessing, a prayer, or a protection to ward off envy, invite prosperity, and keep the family safe from harm. One of the most distinctive features of these doors is the row of bright brass studs evenly spaced across their surface. To outsiders, they may seem decorative, but to Omanis, they represent strength and guardianship. It is believed that these brass studs repel evil spirits while also signaling wealth, since each piece is forged and hammered by hand, a sign of patience, craftsmanship, and pride. The wealthier the household, the grander the door. In the homes of ancient merchants, doors could rise over 2 meters tall, inlaid with mother-of-pearl or silver. When they swing open, the sound of wood striking wood, a deep, resonant thud, seems to echo the greetings of the past. Yet the greatest value of these doors lies not in their luxury, but in their spirit. In Oman, when a family moves into a new home, they often bring the old door with them, carrying it like a relic of ancestry. Some doors have traveled through 3 or 4 generations, polished and adorned with new carvings, merging the past with the future. Today, many of these ancient doors have found new life as art pieces displayed in museums or luxury hotels. But for Omanis, their worth cannot be measured in money. An old family door is a bridge between descendants and ancestors, between time and memory. In the village of Al-Rustak, traditional door-making continues, unchanged for centuries. Craftsmen there still carve by hand, using teak wood imported from India, durable, dense, and resistant to the desert's fierce sun and sand. No machines are used. Every chisel mark, every groove is made with care and patience. Some artisans spend an entire month on a single frame, their sweat seeping into the grain, giving each door a heartbeat of its own. At midday, when the desert light strikes the doors, the carvings shimmer like waves. It is then you understand why Omanis say, "A door does not just open a house, it opens our story." The Omani door, at once strong and serene, is a perfect reflection of the people themselves. Outwardly reserved, even austere, yet inside lies warmth, generosity, and unshakable loyalty to tradition. The modern world may change by the minute, but in Oman, the doors remain, silent and steadfast, reminding us that every civilization begins with a doorway, where humanity first learned to protect what was sacred, the home and the soul within. Number 14. The Old Souqs, where time stands still amid the colors and aromas of Oman. If the ancient wooden doors are the soul of Omani homes, then the old markets, the souqs, are the beating heart of the nation. Here, time seems to pause. What remains are the calls of merchants, the drifting smoke of frankincense, and the kaleidoscope of colors from thousands of handcrafted treasures preserved across generations. Wandering through Mutra Souq in the capital, Muscat feels like stepping into a fragrant dream. The air is thick with the scent of incense and sandalwood, mingled with the aroma of cardamom coffee from small cafes along the narrow lanes. On wooden shelves glimmer rows of polished brass lamps, silver-inlaid Khanjar daggers, and velvet bags brimming with turmeric, saffron, and frankincense wrapped in silk paper. Every stall holds a story. The merchants here do not simply sell, they narrate history. An elderly man with a silver beard, selling rings and bracelets, tells how his father once brought goods from Yemen by camel. A young woman selling rose oil recalls her mother painting henna for brides in her village. In Mutra, every object is a fragment of memory, and every seller a storyteller. Deeper inside, the light softens as it filters through wooden lattice roofs, creating painterly streaks across the narrow alleys. The sound of footsteps blends with laughter, bargaining, and the rhythmic tapping of a silversmith's hammer. Together they form a symphony of life, slow, ancient, yet brimming with quiet vitality. A few hours west of Muscat lies Nizwa Souq, one of the oldest markets in the Arabian Peninsula. Once the intellectual and religious capital of Oman, Nizwa's marketplace reflects the practical and grounded spirit of its people. Every Friday morning, a centuries-old tradition comes alive. The livestock market, where hundreds of farmers gather around a circular stone ring to auction goats, cows, sheep, even camels. Shouts, laughter, and the shuffle of feet in the sand turn the morning into a ritual of sound and energy, a living echo of the past. After the auctions, the crowd disperses into the adjoining alleys, browsing stalls selling pottery, daggers, and spices. The famous Nizwa clay pots are prized for their durability and beauty. Fired by desert wind and wood, they retain a natural ivory hue, unglazed yet enduring, humble yet elegant. Far to the south, in Salalah, lies Al-Hafa Souq, often called the soul of frankincense. Here, frankincense is measured by the spoonful, sold by the kilo, or packed in carved wooden boxes. Vendors often burn a small piece for customers to smell. The rising white smoke curls upward, melting into the sunlight, as if time itself dissolves into scent. What makes Oman's souqs unique is that they do not merely trade goods, they preserve memory. There is no shouting, no pushing, no rush. Transactions are made with smiles, with trust. In these markets, commerce and honesty are not opposites, but partners, a means of connection, a continuation of community. A young merchant once said, "We do not sell, we share tradition." And indeed, when you buy a brass lamp or a pouch of frankincense in Mutra, you are not purchasing a souvenir. You are taking home a piece of Oman's soul. In this land, the marketplace is not just a space for trade, but a place where people meet through memory. Amid a modern world obsessed with speed, Oman's souqs remain steadfast, islands of stillness where time does not race forward, but stands quietly to listen to the rhythm of life itself. Number 15. The Dhow Shipbuilders, Oman's maritime heritage and the pride of its sea-born sons. Long before oil turned Arabia into a land of towers and opulence, Oman was already a maritime empire. It possessed one of the most formidable trading fleets in the Indian Ocean. Its wooden vessels, known as dhows, carried not only frankincense and silver, but also the soul of Oman across the seas. More than 1,000 years later, the craft of building these dhows endures, a living heritage that testifies to the endurance and pride of the Omani people. If you travel to the coastal city of Sur, you'll find a scene that feels lifted straight from an ancient manuscript. Along the emerald shore, craftsmen bend over massive wooden frames, hammering rhythmically as the sound of waves keeps time. There are no machines, no industrial tools, only roughened hands, inherited wisdom, and boundless patience. Each dhow is built entirely by hand, from blueprint to launch. The wood, often teak from India or Africa, is carefully selected for its resistance to salt and decay. No iron nails are used. Instead, the planks are fastened with wooden pegs, an ancient technique allowing the hull to flex with the tides without cracking. The shipwrights say, "Wooden pegs breathe, iron does not." From afar, a dhow's silhouette curves gracefully like a crescent moon, a symbol of harmony between humanity and the sea. Its slender bow cuts through waves, while its rounded hull carries tons of cargo with quiet dignity. These vessels once braved the monsoon winds of the Indian Ocean, ferrying frankincense, dates, copper, and silver from Oman to Zanzibar, India, and even China. Omanis were not only traders, but also master navigators. Long before the compass, they charted their routes by stars and wind. One legendary name echoes through Arab history: Ahmad bin Majid, the Omani seafarer celebrated as the Navigator of Arabia. His maritime manuscripts, some still preserved in the libraries of Cairo, were among the earliest recorded works on oceanic navigation. Today, though steel giants dominate the seas, Oman still builds dhows, not for commerce, but for heritage. Many are crafted for tourism, for sea festivals, or as diplomatic gifts to friendly nations, reminders that Oman remains the child of the ocean. When a dhow is completed, its launch is a sacred ceremony. The master shipwright stands at the bow, reciting prayers as the townsfolk gather to push the vessel into the sea. The rhythmic chants, the rush of water, the laughter. It is a moment when humans and the ocean breathe as one. For the builders, each dhow has a soul, and when it touches water, that soul awakens. Some dhows are over 2 centuries old, preserved in perfect form at Souqs Maritime Museum. On their hulls, hand-carved Arabic inscriptions remain visible, messages from ancestors whispering through time. Remember, the sea is Oman's mother, and loyalty is its compass. To the Omanis, as long as the art of dhow building survives, so too does their identity. The sea is not merely a livelihood, it is a mirror of their national soul, vast, proud, deep, and generous. And when the sun sets beyond the horizon of Souqs, the golden light spilling over the anchored dhows, you understand this truth. Oman is not only a land of deserts and mountains, it is also a nation of people who listen to the sea and who preserve their heritage with the strength of their hands and the faith of their hearts. In an age where the world races forward amid noise and neon, Oman continues to shine, quietly, with the light of stillness. Without skyscrapers or grand publicity campaigns, this small nation has earned the admiration of the world through something profoundly simple: its ability to live slowly, to believe deeply, and to remain true to itself. Oman is a rare harmony between tradition and modernity, faith and compassion. Its people preserve the scent of ancestral frankincense, honor the hand-carved wooden doors of their forebears, respect women, and embrace those who are different. They build peace not with weapons, but with silence, understanding, and kindness. To look at Oman is to see more than a country. It is to see a lesson in humanity. True strength, it teaches, lies not in domination, but in the grace of living in harmony, with oneself, with others, and with the world. Here, people do not chase perfection. They pursue peace. And perhaps that is why Oman is often called the paradise of solitude in a chaotic world. A place that does not shout for attention, yet compels one to pause, to listen, and to reflect on how we live. If you ever find yourself in Muscat, sitting amid the fragrance of incense, sipping a cup of golden Kawa, and watching the Arabian Sea shimmer under the afternoon sun, you will understand. Some lands do not seek to change the world. They simply remind it what peace feels like. Thank you for joining fascinating discoveries on this journey. If you love Oman, the land of incense, kindness, and quiet strength, please share this video, subscribe to our channel, and continue traveling with us as we uncover the hidden wonders of our world.